Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Hope you are doing well. Please excuse my voice. I have been sick for the last week or so. And I saw that our beloved Hofgar Games studio has finally fully released the 0.9 patch. So it's no longer in the experimental version. It's now fully fledged and ready to be used. We will continue our factory journey. I can see that I can do so. So let's have a look. Let's see how good this is. Working just fine. Nothing has broken, I think, which is a good thing. Everybody is hard at work. Just as we like to see things happening, right? So we've got the pizza machines, we've got the burger machines, and so far we have produced 526 burgers and 152 raw pizzas, out of which we cooked 40. Now, this is not what we done in total, it's just what we've done in, I think, the last day or the last 8 hours of work, and it's looking pretty good. Now, the next step will naturally be to expand and cover more of these items here. As you can see, burgers are increasing. We're now up to 20% of sales, which is really good, just underneath the soda cans, which, I mean, we are the cheapest in the market, so it's kind of natural that we are selling a lot of those, followed by French fries, and last but not least, hot dogs. In the last 7 days, we have also sold quite a few of the pizzas, quite a few salads as well. But of course, we're now focusing on the French fries. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the help section because, well, I cannot remember everything, guys, okay? I'm sure that you're doing the same things. So let's go to fast food, French fries, and then recipe. So we just need the russet potatoes, and that will give us the fries. And in terms of the machinery, we've got quite a few things here that we need to get. We need an automated frying machine, food cutting machine, and then an input and an output station. Now, because this is such a condensed machinery, we can do the same sort of trickery that we did with the pizza making, the dough machine, the one that fries it, because we produce it raw and then we need to cook it, right? So we're gonna get just one food cutting machine, and then we're gonna get like 3 or 4 frying machines, and from that just one food cutting machine that's gonna send fries to all the other frying machines, and that way we will double or quadruple the production successfully, because that is like, these frying machines are the weakest link, so to speak, because they take, I think, 5 minutes to produce or something like that. So let's not waste any time here. We're gonna place an order. So just the one automated, oh, not baking, but frying machine. Actually, no, this is what I'm doing. 4. Should I do 4? I think I will be doing 3, because if I do 4, then it's kind of like spread due to the conveyor belt splitters, and it's a bit too messy for my liking, at least. So let's just do 3 frying machines. I'm gonna need 1 cutting machine, and then output station and an input station. And just for good measure, I don't know how many I've got already, but I'm gonna get another 10 conveyor belt splitters, just to be certain that everything's gonna go our way. And now the one thing that's left to be done is going to bed. Let's also have a look at the profits here. Just over almost $12,000. I'll take that any day. I mean, considering that we only have the one fast food place, I think it's doing pretty good. What is here? This is an output station. Okay, we will need one of those too. So let's see, frying machines, and then the cutting machine, and an input station as well. Of course, we will need some conveyor belt splitters. Come on, we've got a bunch of those from our last placed order. And now let's get to work. Alright, so there we have it. After a little bit of fiddling around with these machineries, we finally put it together. Took a little bit of a time to accomplish this because I forgotten what exactly I did last time to make this work. And then it all of a sudden came back to me. You need 3 belt splitters. Because it's not an like for like kind of situation, because we're converting 1 input into 3. So 1 splitter will help you do that, will help you, you know, make it into 2. But once the 3rd one comes out, then you'll need a 3rd splitter. So it's a 1st splitter here, there's a 2nd one here, that splits it further down into these 2 sections, and then there's a 3rd one here. If you don't do that, they will never be aligned. And that's the problem that you can easily get into. If you don't have this setup, you're gonna have misalignments, and you can never basically connect these items together. So now that that's done, oh, didn't mean to pick that one up. I just need to define this as raw fries. Here will be French fries, and then this will be pretty much done. And as you can see, we've got still plenty of space left. So I'm hoping that these frying machineries are gonna be sufficient to produce enough for 2 restaurants. If it's not, no biggie, we can build more. We've got the space, we've got the capacity, so we're in a good place. All right, let's see if we got more candidates, and thank God we do, because we need them. We need all of these guys. So let's hire and assign to food factory, and now we can go here to our schedule. As you can see, it moved a little bit. We've got some input stations that are new, and of course is the ones that we've been working on. So now we've got a couple of machines that are not manned. So let's see with these new employees if we can cover that. Okay, so looks like we're in a pretty good position, actually. Definitely looking great. Apart from this Friday, where we've got all these tiny bits and pieces, but other than that, looks pretty good to me. Okay, fair enough. So we've figured that one out. Let's have a look at our warehouse and our inventory here. 405 raw pizzas, that's looking pretty good. 1,200 burgers, and then 40 cooked pizzas. I think that's pretty decent, because we are sending deliveries, right? If we're looking here at our logistics, yeah, we've been sending 1,000 burger every day, and well, 1,000 hot dogs, but we don't have that one yet. Pizzas are a little bit behind, but the rest of these things look pretty good. Which reminds me, let's go to our purchasing manager here, purchasing agent. We need russet potatoes, so I'm gonna cancel this order, and I'm gonna put here another 10,000 for the potatoes, because yeah, without this one, and I'm gonna pay for an urgent delivery, of course. Without them, we cannot move forward. And speaking of moving forward, we still have a couple of items to cross off our list. So if you look here at our inventory and pricing, we've done pretty much everything except for the hot dogs, which is the 4th and final item on this list. So let's do exactly that. Let's have a look in our help section here. Hot dogs, we need to have a look at the recipe. So we need dough, raw sausage, and bag of tomatoes. And in terms of machineries, there's nothing too crazy about it here. We need a baking machine, a food grill, assembly machine, industrial blending machine, you know, all the regular things, so to speak. So let's have a look back at our purchasing agents, because we might need to add a few things here. Dough is fine. Raw sausage, I don't think we have that one. Yeah, we do not. So we're gonna get 10,000 raw sausages as well. And then we've got bag of tomatoes, which, if I'm not mistaken, we already used for the pizza. Yeah, it's already here. Perfect. So with that being said, let's place the order. Gonna pay for urgency. I know. And we can go to sleep for a second and catch our breath here, because we've been working hard. And I also am very curious to check these profits out. Okay, looking very good at $22,000. Very nice indeed. A shipment has already arrived. but we haven't placed the factory supply depot order yet. So let's do that. So we need an automated baking machine. I'm gonna go for 4 because I'm trying to fit as many as I can. Then we've got the conveyor foot grill, which is right here. 4 of those. Of course, food assembly machines, we cannot get out of that. Then industrial blending machine, which we do have a couple left, and we did that little trick where we used 1 machine to supply it to 2. So I'm just wondering if we can do that thing again, because I think we're left with 2 from the pizzas, so I'm not going to order those. And then an input and an output station. I think we need 4 outputs. We might have enough inputs. Let's check it out before, because I can amend the order anyway. So if I'm not mistaken here, that's the conveyor belt. I've seen, yeah, output station, 4 inputs, yeah, just output, so that's fine. And then right here in the corner, I tucked away exactly 2 industrial blending machines. So that's pretty good in my book, because I'm gonna do exactly what I did with this one. See, where the splitter sends it to 2 different food assembly machines. So if I got 2 industrial blending machines, then I can do that twice, meaning I can do it to 4 in total. So I'm really looking forward to that. Now these guys here are just waiting for the russet potatoes to be delivered, I guess, because yeah, they're not doing anything. And just out of curiosity, I want to look at our inventory. Oh, we do have russet potatoes. So what's going on? I think I know what's going on here. Russet. There you go. Get to work. I forgot to make the assignment here. So that's why they were just sitting around idle. Let's watch them do their job. Let's see. You need some help? I think you need some help. That's tomatoes. Where are the potatoes? Russet potatoes. I got a box as well. Look how fast I am. I'm running with 300 potatoes in my hands like I'm sprinting it. Okay, there you go. And now these splitters should in theory do their job and push the potatoes into all of these machineries. Wonderful. Look at that. 8 minutes to produce, actually. I was a bit too generous when I said 5 minutes to produce. Clearly, I was wrong. And yeah, you're always gonna have 1 here because this is waiting to be pushed further down, and that's perfectly fine. As long as they all get some potatoes, then, you know, we're all happy. And what I like to do is I like to put them all as undefined, so we don't have this desynchronization thing happening. And I just let the machine push out the French fries up until the point when they reach the frying machine. And once they're very close, like these guys are, and the belt stops because there's no more space for them to be pushed to, I'm gonna start them again. So French fries, and French fries. There we go. So now you have a constant flux of French fries being cooked. I don't know if that does anything to the game itself. I doubt it, but it just makes me think that it does, just by the looks of it. I don't know. Anyway, the order has been placed, so I'm gonna go and take a quick nap, and I'm gonna see you after we finished the assembly points. Alright, so here we are. Turns out that the magic of video editing is truly magic, because we have succeeded with our plan and we have created 4 burger machines. Well, hot dog machines, that's what I meant to say. Freudian slip over there, because I've been doing burgers for so long. Anyway, and I did manage to use just 1 industrial blending machine to output the ketchup bottles to 2 different hot dog machines, which I'm very proud of. And at the same time, we managed to do a little bit of a better schedule. We've increased it, actually. If we have a look here in our schedule section, we've increased the hours, so they work from 7 o'clock until basically midnight, but without Saturdays and Sundays, because that would be a bit too much for the amount of employees that we currently have, and we have quite a significant amount. However, with that being said, everything seems to be working accordingly. I have increased our material input, so I've requested for 10,000 extra dough because everything is using dough and we kind of ran out. And this is the end result. We are now creating hot dogs, we are creating French fries, we are creating pizzas, and last but not least, we are also creating burgers. And as you can see, there's still plenty of space left to increase, expand, whatever you guys want to call it. Yeah, it's possible. It's here and it's definitely possible. Now, can I send this out to more than one restaurant? We're about to find out, because as of right now, I haven't really checked the inventory. But let's have a look here. Yeah, almost 3,000 burgers, 159 pizzas, because almost 400 were sent out to our restaurant. Raw pizzas, 760. So it looks like the only place that we need to improve at the moment is the pizza production, because we have a lot of raw, but not a lot of cooked. French fries, we sent 124, but we just started this production, so I'm not expecting it to be crazy. Already made some hot dogs. So it's looking pretty good. It's looking promising. And if we have a look here in our inventory, we still have a lot of stock left. And we are starting to sell more and more and more, which is even better. Burgers are now the first one. They used to be the third, but in the last couple of days it looks like the placements have shifted, which is lovely to see. French fries are on the second, then soda cans, then hot dogs. Of course, pizzas are not going to be that popular, I think, but looking at the stock that we sold for the last 7 days, we sold 1,400, more than the salads. So I'm going to take that as a win, since salads are basically half of the cost of pizzas. And yeah, hot dogs, we don't have any. I mean, we probably did, but since we sent like 7 out, they were sold immediately. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. And this is just the one restaurant that we currently have. And we managed to pack in every single machinery that we could have possibly needed, covering those 4 top tier items. Well, if you factor out the soda cans, we don't make those in-house yet. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's looking actually decent. And let's just have a look at the factory itself. Here, everything is running. So burgers, yeah, 3 minutes to produce. So we're making quite a significant amount of burgers. Raw pizzas are 5 minutes and French fries are 2 minutes, which is actually not that bad. We could increase a little bit more here in the French fries section. And then for hot dogs, some of them are not running. Seems like we're missing inventory. Not exactly sure what we're missing. We've got the sausages, we've got the tomatoes, and do we have dough? Yeah, we got dough. So I'm not quite sure what is said by that. Yeah, ketchup is being produced. I think I just paused the game at the wrong time. And yeah, because now 2 of them are running and these 2 are not produced. Yeah, it's based on the industrial blending machine, because it's producing a ketchup bottle, and one gets sent to the left, the other one gets sent to the right. So it's not a constant flow, if you will. But that's okay. It's working as it should be, and we have limited the amount of employees that we need by doing this little thing here. But that being said, it's still a good thing that we did that, and everything is working perfectly. So I'm gonna let the game run for a couple of in-game days and just check out how many items, how much food we can actually produce, and what do we have stored in there. Because at the moment I'm sending well, I said 1,000. That's the limit that I put in. It might be 500, might be more, might be less, depending on the traffic. I'll just go to sleep for a couple of days and we'll check up on the inventory. And here we are after a few more days. Let's check the inventory, and let's do it by product, so it's all in order. So we can see we've made about 7,000 burgers, which is a crazy amount. This is what we currently have in stock after we sent away 1.7k. All right. For French fries, we have 1,200, which is not that great. We knew that. We need to improve that, but I mean, they don't take a lot of space, so it's very easy to fix. Still, after we sent out almost 1,000 French fries, we still have 1,200. So I guess that counts as a win. Then we've got hot dogs. This is only 816. After we we sent out 1,200 to our restaurant. Pizzas, we've got 1,000 in-house after we already sent out another 1.1k, and we have 790 left. So it looks like it picked back up. And that's about all of the items that we are currently producing. So it's looking very healthy, especially for the burgers. which is what we always wanted to achieve. So with these things in mind, it's clear that we can send out to multiple restaurants. And this is wonderful news. Now, on the other side of things, for the last couple of days, you can see that my balance has dropped a bit. And that's due to the fact that our employees are now requesting, the factory workers are requesting several things. Some of them, they want health insurance, which not all of them had because I didn't have enough HR managers to put them under them. Some of them wanted just simple items like a water cooler or even the standard fridge. And because I didn't give them those things, they eventually resigned. So it needs to be done. It's something that we need to pay attention to, because right now with update 0.9 out, this is something that we definitely have to keep a close eye on. As you can see, a bunch of them just cleared off. New demand coffee machine. They've not been very happy that they didn't have health insurance, added on top of the fact that they don't have any sort of services inside the factory. Of course, they resigned because the hours are long. Yes, they do get the weekends, but come on, this is no human way to treat your workers. And now it's Saturday, so the factory is completely closed. But even with all these machines, we still have enough space to put a fridge, a water cooler, coffee machine. I mean, space is no longer a concern. That's all I want to say. I mean, look how much space I've got available here. And I tried to do a good job with the layouts. Maybe they don't look like it, but trust me, this is very well put together. I don't know if I could have done a better job than this. Maybe, potentially. But considering how finicky all these different devices, all these different machineries are, I think I did a pretty good job respecting the layout and trying to make it as compact as I could. And yeah, it's wonderful. It's pretty great. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna make another restaurant quickly, because that's not very hard to do, especially if you're using all the interior installation firms. You just need to click a few buttons and you're done. And then I'm gonna put the delivery routes and see what happens. All right, guys, it has been done. Again, thank the universe for the magic of video editing, because this has been such a mixed bag of emotions. But here we are. Everything is set. We open up the second restaurant, and this one is in Midtown. And as you can see, we've got stock. And we have sold quite a significant amount of products since we've opened it. Now, if we have a look at our warehouse inventory here, we've got 11,000 burgers, and we just sent out 2.5k, I guess 1k to one restaurant and another 1.4k to the other. We've got 1,700 pizzas after we already submitted 1,700 to our shops. We've got 1,500 hot dogs after we already sent out 1,400 to our restaurants. We've got 1,200 French fries after we sent 2,000 away. So as you can see, we are producing left and right, and I think we can be so bold to have even a third or a fourth fast food restaurant and still be in the green zone, so to speak. And this is done, bear in mind, with only 5 days of work. We don't work Saturdays, we don't work Sundays in the factory, I'm saying. Whereas with the restaurants, they keep on consuming every single day. Okay, they're open pretty much 24/7 with the exception of a couple of hours in the morning when demand is really low. So it makes no sense to have it open during that time. But other than that, we are selling every single day. Yes, we've got a few alerts here because we've had some people that, well, basically I employed more than I should have. That's what happened here. And that's what those alerts are for. Not because we don't have enough products. That is besides the point. Now, if you're looking at the average daily income from these restaurants, that is not up to date because for about a week I didn't have paper bags in one of my restaurants, which is why my average daily income was very much reduced. But now I'm back on track. Unfortunately, I only had the one purchasing agent which I'm using to get the raw materials, so I'm relying on the one-offs from the NY distro for the paper bags. As you can see, I've ordered 10,000 paper bags not too long ago. Actually, it's this one. Yeah, I've ordered 10,000 paper bags. Now we're in the green zone. We've got a lot of stock. As you can see, a significant amount of stock, and happy days, I guess. I mean, this is exactly what we wanted to achieve and to see if it's possible from this exact update. And now that it's here, I've managed to put this to the test. Takes a little bit of time, but that's part of the game, you know? And look, we're even making profits, 4.5k. Yeah, this is going up and up, which is, of course, what we are expecting to see. So I'm gonna keep on running these in the background as I'm talking through this. But yeah, this is what we were trying to achieve from the get-go, and I think this is what the devs wanted from the get-go. Unfortunately, we didn't have that much space in the previous update 0.8, but now with 0.9, the industry city unlocked these new factory layouts. We can definitely make use of it. We can basically do whatever we want with it, because we're no longer hindered by these confined spaces that we have to do, you know, tricks, and it's still not feasible at the end of the day. And as I'm running through these days, we're now all the way up to 40,000 per day. So let's just check up our restaurants here. Yeah, they're doing 10 and 17,000, which is pretty strong, if I do say so myself. Let's check out the factory, because it kept on working as I was talking. So burgers, 13,000. It increased even more in the last week, which is lovely to see. French fries were down to 54. That's pretty good. We're still in the green zone. We sent out almost 3,000. So again, and I haven't modified the French fries. We're still down to those 3 machines. Hot dogs, 1.9k. Pizzas, 1.9k. And raw pizzas, just 791. Which goes to show that we are doing a good job there. I just had to wait, I guess. So as you can see, with this layout that we currently have, it seems to be working pretty well. And of course, you can improve it further, because this is not, you know, the ultimate layout. I've just squeezed in as many machines as I could. Of course, these French fries, they need to be sorted out. I mean, we just need to double it. So another 3 machines underneath will definitely hit that sweet spot, and we'll never run out of French fries. As well as, you know, any other products. It's looking strong, and I cannot wait to jump into another playthrough where we check out these new updates, what we can do starting from scratch. Who knows, maybe we do something different this time. If you guys have any ideas whatsoever, please leave them in the comment section below. I always read all my comments, and sometimes I do implement your ideas, especially if they're original, new, and we definitely haven't done them before in the past. But yeah, I guess this has been very eye-opening. I was hoping that this process was exactly what we achieved right now. I was hoping that having one factory filled up with a lot of machines will be sufficient to send out products to multiple stores, because otherwise it makes no sense. It's looking pretty good, it's looking strong, and I'm super excited for what we're about to do in the future. As always, thank you so much for watching. This video took quite a bit of time, so if you did enjoy it, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and yeah, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.